Good evening. Hello. Hello, who's ever going to come on and watch? How's everyone doing this evening? I hope you're all well.
This is a quiet neighborhood.
I hope you're all safe and warm, and I just hope you're good. Um, Tonight here where I live in Dutchess County, New York, the temperature, the brisk temperature is going to be 10 degrees at about 3 a.m. So I do believe that school will be delayed tomorrow because when it's really, really cold, they tend to do that here where I live and also in other regions too. I know this information from family, and well, it makes sense because, you know, if I had young children, I wouldn't want to send my kids to school when it's freezing out and knowing that the school may not have, accurate heat, to keep the kids warm. So it's definitely important. You want to make sure that the kids are warm because now this time of year everyone's getting sick. So it, well, it's important that you don't want to have your children get sick. But um, I want to talk about a couple of things. AI is taking over everything. So with AI going to be the dominant factor as far as, you know, uh, the internet goes, there are going to become a lot of people, there will be a lot of people that are no longer going to be employable because of AI. Because, they can have a machine, a robot do something. They would have like two or three robots, or say five robots in the store that would normally employ, like, say, 30 people. Um, the robots and AI will take over. So I think people should use AI less and not, not be so absorbed into it because it's definitely going to have an impact on employment. I gotta turn up this light. Hold on one second, because my cataracts. Oh God. That's so crazy. Yeah, cataracts. When you get cataracts, it's like I was out earlier and I was looking at clothes that were on a rack and they were outside, and like the sun caught my eye. I couldn't see. I freaking couldn't see. I was like, oh my God. I gotta get a driver. Somebody to drive me. Listen, you need to go away and get a life, okay? Galaxy destroyer. Go destroy your own galaxy, okay? You gotta be kidding me, pal. These people are ridiculous. They are so ridiculous. Like, really, really. Told somebody to go. You go away. Go back to where you came from. Tell your mama. Tell your mama. But anyway, yeah, AI is definitely going to have an impact on employment, and that's going to leave a lot of people unemployed. So, you know, hopefully they'll do something to prevent that. But the way things are going, I don't see any type of preventive measures for it because, these billionaires are making money on top of money, and that's what they're just concerned with. It's like, I'm not going to I wouldn't compromise myself for money. Nope. I'd eat dirt, and I would drink freaking dirty water and salinate it, you know? Anyway, reading these comments. But yeah, that's real talk, real totally real talk. Because even now, like now, there's so many, there's a lot of job losses and there's a lot of businesses shutting down, and it's got to do with the tariffs. It's got to do with a lot of different stuff. But everybody's just got to hold on. Instead of spending big, spend less. Only buy what you need. Only buy what you need. Um, don't travel unless you have to, unless it's like an emergency, or if you have something like pre-planned already, you know, because we don't know what's going to happen. We really, really do not know what's going to happen. But on a comical note, um, some family gossip. Um, I found out from a family member that another family member became very upset and offended because the one family member put down who our real grandfather was, and the other family member got very upset because she wants everything to be shh. Nobody needs to know. Shh. She told me that, and I was like, "Yep, yep, that sounds like her, 100%." And that's like if you like if you have a disagreement or an argument with someone, and then you try to direct your family or your friends not to associate with the person that you had a misunderstanding with. It's like, I don't think so. It doesn't work that way. Like, because nobody's the boss of anybody, so that was funny. I had to laugh about that. It was like, okay, what's the big deal? So you put down who our real grandfather was. Our grandfather was a Russian Jewish man, so we're Russian. We have Russian, and we're the Jewish grandfather. I mean, what are you going to do? The DNA doesn't lie. Like Shakira says, my hips don't lie. Well, the DNA doesn't lie. So that's the truth. And but that's so ridiculous. I was like, no, she didn't say that. And the other family member said, yeah, she said that. And I was like, you kidding? And she was like, no, I'm serious. And I was like, well, all right then. It doesn't surprise me. What could you do, right? I mean, if it was a shocker to me, I was like, wow, you're kidding me. Russian? So I'm part Russian? And we thought that our grandfather was Italian. Well, he wasn't. He was Russian. And and the one family member did not like that. She's like, no, she doesn't want to know nothing about Russian. No, she's like, no, my grandfather was Italian. He was Italian. You're lying. It's like, oh no, the DNA proves that he really wasn't. Hey, listen, family secrets and lies, every family has them. I don't care what family you come from, where you come from, every single family has secrets, and there are lies that people do not know about. And then they find out later, like after the person passes, or in our case, like 60 years passed. No, 58 years later, we found out the truth. 58 years later. So, um, you know, it happens, right? I mean, it happens. I mean, I've heard of stories where um, someone was registering their children to go to school, and the children had the same last name as another set of kids. And then the school admin who was doing the intake for the new kids to come in said, oh, so and so, your family or relatives? And the woman, the mom, she wanted to know. She said, yeah, what are they like? She kind of played it up. She's like, what are they, like 6 and 8? And she was like, yeah, they're about that age. And then she put two and two together. Well, her her guy had another family she didn't know nothing about, but she found out bringing the kids to school. So that's hey, it happens, right? Or then you find out that like later on that um, your husband had a relationship, a long-term relationship, or your wife. You find this out later on, like after they pass or something, or after you divorce them, and then You could be like me, like I was having an argument with my deceased husband, and then I woke up and I was like, I'm still freaking pissed at him. I'm still pissed at him, and he's been gone all these years. And I was like, snap out of it. But it happens, right? It happens. Totally happens. Simple. Okay. Anyway, but every family has secrets. Every family has lies. And if people tell you otherwise, well, they are not being truthful. They are straight up lying to you. Hi, 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 hi. Yep. Straight up lying. And there's nothing you could do. Hello, hello. Nothing you could do about it. So, you just have to accept stuff. It's like, you, a lot of people put their heads in the sand and they just kind of like, they know something's going on, but they keep their eyes shut. I mean, their eyes are open, obviously, when they're driving, right? But they know something's up, but they're not, they have a gut feeling. So listen, whenever you have a gut feeling about something in here, like right here, go with it, because that gut feeling is your like your protective senses telling you that something ain't kosher, something ain't right. So, and then what could you do, right? I mean, like the guys, listen, I used to work in restaurants and clubs when I was younger, bartending and working as a hostess and a waitress. And Friday night, no, no, Friday night was the girlfriend night, and then Saturday was the family night, or was it Saturday? I forget. But then these same men, they would be at church on Sunday after having the weekend with their girlfriend, and it's crazy. What could you do, right? It's like I would suggest maybe putting a tracker, put a GPS so you know. Well, now they have GPS. They didn't have GPS years ago. So when your husband or your boyfriend said, "Oh, honey, I'm working late," yeah, he was working all right. He was doing a physical workout, or maybe he was taking his the girlfriend shopping or whatever. Crazy. People live double lives, right? People do it. People do it all the time. And some people are so good at it that like nobody knows nothing. But the wife usually knows. A wife usually knows. A girlfriend knows. If you're with somebody for a long enough time, you know. You could just tell, you know. And then that's what happens. That's what happens. Okay, bye. Goodbye. Bye. 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 But anyway, that was the family gossip. I just wanted to share that. And to me, it was kind of comical. It was comical because I live in the real world. It's like, what are you going to do? It's like, the only thing that fazed me is if there's like a tragedy. If there's anything else, like, what are you going to do? It's like, I got to be like a duck. Let the water roll off my rear end. Like a duck's tail goes like that. Because unless it's an emergency, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But anyway, I'm going to sign off. I just wanted to share that little tidbit. And that's it. Till next time, everybody. See you on the next video. Bye.